Kimberly has been a member since September 2012. She has been our banking member. She was originally the banker over at the downtown Boulder office. Now she is the manager over at the Iris branch. And we're thrilled to have her in the group, a continued member of our group, as our commercial or as our retail banker. Take it away.
Thank you. Good morning, guys. Are you ready to talk about some banking?
Woo.
Sure.
I'm not. I'm so exhausted, so please forgive me if I'm a little goofy this morning. My boyfriend is an entrepreneur, and he's been up since 2:30 and bouncing ideas off of me, and I was like, please just go to sleep. Okay, so I work for First National Bank, and there's a few new faces in this group, and I just wanted to go over who we are, what we're about, a little history on First National, as exciting as that sounds. Okay, so we've been established since 1857, a long, long time ago. We were founded by two brothers, the Kuntz brothers. They were really the pioneers of this company, and they envisioned a very strong bank in the community, which they serve, which was Omaha. And it's been 150 years now that we've been in business, and 6 generations later, we are now the Lortzen family, which runs our headquarters now. So, the history of this is pretty amazing looking into it. We're the first among other banks to issue credit cards. We're ranked on Forbes. Probably the 5th consecutive year, coming on 2016, which is really exciting. I'm super proud of us and what we have achieved and accomplished in the community and as a company, as a whole. And so, just real quick on the whole credit card thing. I know this is a really good segue, but I wanted to talk a little bit about chip cards. Who here has a new chip card from wherever they bank? Do you guys know how to use it? Do you have questions?
I honestly have no idea.
No. So I put a pamphlet about EMV cards in front of you. So who knows what EMV stands for? Anybody?
Oh,
And don't look.
Brent
Don't look.
told us at some point.
Emergency medical deal.
Yes, Kate. EMV stands for EuroPay, MasterCard, and Visa. These are the 3 credit card companies who founded the chip card, essentially put this in place for extra added security since fraud is so prevalent these days. So what it is basically, and yes, I've had a lot of questions from business and consumers asking if they have to use the chip card going forward, and yes, you do, because that's all that we're going to issue anymore. And it's really for your protection. So it works the same way. Basically, all the merchant places you go to now will ask you to insert it, and it just gives you a code, or the merchant a code, a one-time access code to your card, so it can't be replicated. So that's how it's going to protect you from people who are hacking into, P.F. Chang's and all those other places that got hacked last year, right? So that's basically it for chip cards. Do you guys have any questions on that? Yes.
Around the world, they seem to use a chip card with a PIN. Are they going to go to that here, or is it just going to be signature?
They're going to move to the PIN later this year, is what I understand. Also, so is that something that you prefer?
I think it's just another level of protection, because if somebody steals my chip card,
Yeah.
they can still use it and just sort of scribble my name. But if there's a PIN, it's another level of protection.
It's true, but with that, they have, I guess, integrated in zero fraud liability. So if your card was compromised, the bank would cover
Also,
that.
if you travel around the world, they always ask you, what's your PIN?
Yeah, they do. So I think you're protected there. And if you do travel, use your credit card, right? Don't ever use your debit card, because you're just exposing yourself to more risk.
The problem with that is the debit cards are free. The
Yes.
credit cards, they charge you 2 or 3%.
That's true.
No, that's not.
It depends.
Depends on the credit
depends.
card.
There's a couple companies that
we pay you for ATM fees for international travel, so I just put a little bit of money on my debit card, that one.
Oh, gotcha.
And so they can only take $1,000 if
Gotcha.
someone takes money.
Yeah, so we call that travel accounts, right? So we open up, and I think I talked to you guys last time we presented how to protect yourself from fraud. So you can always open up like a free checking account and put whatever amount that you're comfortable with losing, right? If you really, really want to, we have the 2% conversion rate that we pay for the debit cards if you travel. So I
Do
do
you pay for credit cards or debit cards?
debit cards.
Okay, yeah.
So if you use your debit card, and that's how you want to save money and travel, then I recommend opening up just a travel account with that debit card. So that way, if it's compromised, you're out, you know, that dollar amount, not in your entire checking account, right? Okay. Oh, I missed that slide. Okay, so a few things about First National. On the personal banking side, everything is free, as you guys can see on the little pamphlet. No minimum balance requirement, which is really nice. We're really transparent, and that's what we strive to be in the community and for our customers, is to be as clear as day, so that, you know, you have no questions about who you're banking with, who's managing your finances. And I think that's really important. So some of the, and this is really cool, some of the business partners that we've partnered up with recently is MGM, and I'm really excited about that. We're going to be their sole credit card provider. So I'm going to be traveling out there and hanging out with headquarters at MGM, and so that's really exciting. Schulz is coming.
Can you get us any discounts
Probably.
in Vegas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably could.
Going in August.
Good to know. So Schulz, I wasn't even aware of Schulz, but they're like Dick's Sporting Goods apparently out in Omaha. They're coming out here to Colorado, and they're building a huge location. We're going to be their primary.
They're not the super secret agency protecting us
No.
from the.
That'd be cool, though, wouldn't it?
That's Shield.
That's Shield. Oh, that's without an S in the end. That could be this.
It'd be a good cover though, wouldn't it?
Would be a good cover, yeah.
Some of our bigger clients locally is Left Hand Brewery, The Kitchen, Boulder Humane Society, and proudly service all their financial needs. And it's just amazing what we can do in this community as
So
a
if
bank.
we use a First National Bank credit card at those companies, we get a 20% discount?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So, I mean, these are some photos with, you know, Boulder Humane Society. I'm part of the chamber. We do a lot of business development together, and you guys all know Steve Tebow, right? Maybe. He's a
See
good
his
man.
signs everywhere.
Huh?
See his signs
Yeah,
everywhere.
He
yes,
owns about half of Boulder.
yeah. And he's
Delaware,
expanding into
Boulder.
Longmont and
Yeah.
Denver. I've seen his signs everywhere. He's doing pretty well. So I've assembled a really, really good team. Like Dan said, I'm the new market manager for Boulder. We are expanding into South Boulder, so we're opening up a new location by Table Mesa. I'm really excited about it. So you'll be seeing more of us, and this is just my little team at Iris and down at Canyon. We have a lot of fun together, and we're very well equipped to service all your needs. You know, if you guys ever need anything with account reviews, saving money, anything that we can help with, we're ready to rock and roll. So Bruce Lauritsen is, I guess he is our managing director out of Omaha. He has a lot of good quotes, and one of my favorite ones that he says is, "The spirit of teamwork has remained a key ingredient of First National's formula for success throughout 150-plus year history." And I think that that's really amazing. I think we've come so far, and I think we've achieved a lot, and we'll continue to build and grow. And so I'm really excited to see what we can do in the community in the years to come. So, do you guys have any questions for me? Yes, Tom?
So I'm really interested about the chip cards, specifically credit card skimmers.
Sure.
When I am traveling, I have really big fear of credit card skimmers, especially in the
Yeah.
more shady parts of the world.
Absolutely.
Does the chip help protect me from that?
Yes, it
And-
does.
And specifically, if they don't enable chips on their credit card processing machine, what can I do?
Traveling overseas.
Overseas.
So So if you don't have if the merchant place that you go to do not have like a chip reader, you always want to call your credit card companies, you always want to call your bank and let them know where you're traveling to, so we're aware. Because our fraud department's really on top of it, like to the point where it's really annoying. Where like I don't eat at fast food chains very often, and I just went to Good Times one day and they stopped my card, and I was like, what's going on? I have to call them, and I was like, what's going on, guys? They're like, you never eat at fast food places. They're like, this was just a little, and I was like, wow. So like, just especially if you're traveling overseas, like go and call them so that we're on it, we're active. So, I mean, for credit cards, you have zero fraud liability, right? So anything that's compromised, you lose the bank's money, and we take care of that, right? If it's your debit card, like I said, open up a vacation account or a travel account so that way you protect yourself. It takes us a little while to recoup that money if you do lose it.
Even without traveling abroad, because the technology is new here, I've found like 1 in 10 merchants actually have the card reader, the chip card reader. They all have the slot, whether it's activated or part of their system or not. So at that point, they're just taking that card and running it using the magnetic strip.
The magnetic strip, if you're still using it, just be as cautious as you've always been, right? If it's a weird place or a strange website and you're buying something off of it, just be extra careful with where you're using your card. I mean, like I said, if it is compromised for some reason, we'll take care of it. It just takes a little longer if it's a debit card. So,
Is it something that merchants are going to be required to go that route at some point, and there's just
they are.
the start of
It's
the
just a
process right now?
conversion this year, and it just launched, and so you're seeing more and more of it as you shop at, because like Nordstrom Rack, I like to shop there. They haven't integrated there for like a long time, and then now I'm just starting to see it. So they're slowly integrating it into all of the stores because it's required. Right?
We'll take one more question. Jim?
All the chip cards I have them both here also have a magnetic strip. Is that going to be the case with yours?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So it's both.
Interesting that Whole Foods hasn't adopted.
Whole Foods hasn't yet?
No.
They
Well,
will.
Whole Foods has also agreed to take on Monsanto products, so we're all questionable about Whole Foods.
All right, well, Kimberly, thank you very much.